Everybody good?
Yeah, how you doing?
Welcome back, Aaron.
Yeah, it's feel good to be back.
This is a big weekend for you. You have a bobblehead. There's going to be a permanent one at SoFi Stadium. What do you think about all this?
It's pretty cool, man. Just to be honored, obviously being an old guy, retired now, but still kind of, reaping the benefits of what I did when I played. And it's pretty special. Special week last week, and then fast forward to this week, another one with my Rams, man. It's pretty cool. I'm excited about it.
What has it kind of been like bouncing back and forth, like dealing with the kid things, coming back here?
Emotional, overwhelming at times, but I've been enjoying it, just taking it all in. Obviously, thinking about the journey of everything I had to, do to get myself to a certain point and be able to accomplish the things I was able to accomplish in college and the pros, man. So it's been emotional for sure, but to be able to, be here with my family, my loved ones, people that played a huge part of, my success and pushing me to where I'm at today. It's been pretty cool. I've been enjoying this.
What's been keeping you busy in retirement?
I got 4 kids and a wife. I got, doing a lot of other things, man. Obviously, we're a nutrition company, a development company, a couple of things we're working on in the, I guess you say the film space. So, my foundation. So, a little bit of everything, honestly, man. Just really staying busy. I always tell people, I feel like I retired and got more busy. It's good to be busy, good to have things in place for a life after football. So, I've been enjoying it. So.
The impact that you've made on this city and the way that people have embraced you in this city. The last 99, we know that was the great one. Now they have another great one with honoring you. What does that mean for you just to be in the city and have the fans really support you and continue to support you?
I always say I feel like LA adopted me. Been here for 10 years. My 2 youngest kids is born and being raised here. So, LA's home too. Obviously, I talked about when you put the body of work in and you accomplish things and you know how hard you work to put yourself in a certain position and be able to reap the benefits of that still, being done with the game, man, it's pretty special. Like anytime somebody, no matter if it's big or small, honor you, it's special. I take nothing for granted. I just try to, be in the moment, enjoy every second of it. Like I said, to be able to take this in with my family, my loved ones, it's even more special. Right? To see my mom and dad over there crying how proud they are of their son. See my wife, she don't cry much, but her eyes were definitely watering last week. There she goes. My kids, my oldest daughter, my only daughter, but my oldest kid coming up to me, give me a hug, and telling me how proud she is of me, man. That means the world to me. So, like I said, just trying to take it all in, enjoy every moment of it, man. So, like my dad would say, you earned it. You earned it. So.
Jared Verse talked about your intense workouts you had with him during training camp. How often do you try to stay in touch with the young guys, and how important is it for you to impact your ethos on them?
Yeah, I try to reach out to Verse here and there. Kobe Turner too. Obviously, he's my guy that played with me. So, I tell him like, if you're watching film and I'm free and I can watch film with you, I'm down to watch. And I could just be in the back of the room, and if you got a question to ask for, I see something that I can tell you or help you with. I'm down to do it. I think the way why they've been playing, the opportunity they got in front of them is pretty special. So obviously not for them to take advantage, to take advantage of it, but anything I can do to try to help them. Any words I can give them, they know that I'm here. I text them guys sometime here and there, and if they want to come over to the house, get a workout, they can come. They want to come watch some film with me, I'm down with that too. If I'm free and able to do it, man. I just want to see these guys continue to have success, and hopefully, get it done on what they're trying to chase and accomplish. So,
what do you think of that young front, that young group of tackles and rushers and whatnot? That's group.
It's been fun to watch, man. As a fan now, I'm watching on the couch. It's not just the sack numbers, it's the pressure they put on the quarterback, making them uncomfortable, getting quarterbacks off their spot, not allowing quarterbacks to step into their throws at times, man. I think that's the way you want to impact the game as a pass rusher. Because I know a lot of people look at the sacks and the TFLs, but the pressure, the quarterback hits, that's a huge part, man, when your team having success. And then even on the back end, the secondary been playing lights out. These last 4 weeks, that defense, it don't look like a young defense to me no more, right? Like a group of guys that are playing with each other for a while, they know how each other play, they're playing with confidence, and with Landman, how you say it? Landman, and he got a knack for that damn ball, man. So they got some pieces to the puzzle that they need, and they're getting it done, man. So Obviously, it's still a lot of football to be played, but as long as they keep playing consistent football, keep doing what they're doing, man, so that's the limit for them.
Coaches and
Been drawing up some stuff. He got a bunch of guys. He put them in the right positions to have success, and they clicking. Everything's looking good, and they doing what they need to do from win games. I think they 1 or 2 plays away from being undefeated. So when you talk about NFC, that's not just the NFC West, it's the NFC period. I think the Rams is the top dogs right now, just from the way they've been playing. I think they, to be honest, the best team in the National Football League right now. But again, it's a lot of football to be played. I got to keep playing consistent, keep doing what they're doing. So.
coaches and players have often talked about how you set an example that they still, strive to meet here in the facility. So, what does it mean to have that impact, not just in terms of the production that you had, but in terms of the work that you put in to get there?
Well, just being here and obviously the way I work, the way I went about my day-to-day of just studying film, taking care of my body, keeping my body in shape, preparing my body to stay strong, man. A bunch of these guys played with me. They see me. I was a guy that led by example. When you tend to do that, people tend to follow your lead and kind of, do the same things you do. So I just text Love 2 days ago. Like, is the guy still standing after doing extra work like we did? He said, it's not the same, but they're doing extra work. I said, as long as they're doing something, that's all that matters, man. And it's good to hear that they still putting in extra time in the weight room, in the film room, doing what they need to do to be successful, man. And it's good that kind of letting all little more on them and they kind of, following through with it. So.
Are there parts of yourself that you left behind in them?
Huh?
Do you see parts of yourself that you left behind in them?
I hope so. Yeah, you see some of it. I hope some of that meanness, wiped off on that D-line too. And I see that a little bit with, I ain't get to play with Verse, but I got to talk to him, be around him a little bit, and I know how much he liked to talk. So, so they, I see some of it, that's for sure.
Are there certain moments where you find yourself really missing the game, and how have you handled whenever that itch does come up?
No, honestly, to be honest with you, I never had no itch after I retired. Like, I want to come back. I want to play football still. You miss things from the game, and it's, for me, it's not really playing the game. It's like being in the locker room, hanging with the guys, watching film, cracking jokes, more camaraderie with the fellas. But I'm okay, man. I'm fulfilled. I'm happy where I'm at in my life right now and what I'm doing. And obviously, everything I do, I strive for greatness. Obviously, I felt like I checked that off of football, and in the next chapter of life, transitioning all that into what I'm trying to do and build right now, man. So, I love the game of football. I just don't love playing the game of football.
Couple more, guys.
At what point in your final season did you know that it was going to be?
I knew from when I first walked through the field in camp this would be my last year. Obviously, I didn't want to share with you guys. I didn't want to be a distraction, but my family knew. I knew. I'm pretty sure a couple of the coaches, I know Sean had a feel for it. There'd be a conversation prior to me coming back. But I kind of knew from the start of the season what it was going to be. That's why my last year I just tried to enjoy every moment of it, taking it all in, even the bad games, the good games. But just trying to take it in like a kid playing all over again. And I felt like I did that, man. And I had a lot of fun my last season, man. We were a young group that had a lot of success. To see them guys grow over the years, it's pretty cool to watch them now.
How much of the game do you still keep up with? I know you say from the couch, but do you keep up more with the college game or the NFL?
I watch the Rams. I watch the Steelers a little bit. Only full game I'm really watching now is Rams game. I might go to some highlights here and there and see, but I try to watch my Rams. Every time they up there playing, man. Put my Rams shirt on, my Rams sweatsuit, and might have some chicken wings or something like that. So it's a lot different than my normal Sunday when I play, but I'm enjoying the new Sundays I'm having too with the family and watching my Rams play and the way they winning right now, man. It's been real fun.
With that being said, what does it mean to have only played for one franchise throughout your career?
Feel great, coming to the Rams, St. Louis Rams for 2 years, and then transition here and obviously change the program or the organization around and start winning. It's pretty special. Not everybody get the opportunity to do that. So for me to have the opportunity to do that and be a part of, kind of changing organization, it means a lot. It was a lot of work, man. good days, bad days, but you know, at the end of the day, man, I take nothing for granted, so it was always a blessing. So.
We talked to
Last two guys.
St. Louis to here. How do you see now, almost 10 years later, LA embrace this Rams team?
We win. People tend to, you know, people want to see points be scored. We win games, and you know, to see, you know, where we came from, where you know, maybe wasn't a full stadium to a packed house. How many people was there last week? 75,000. That's pretty cool, man. I only can remember like just that atmosphere, feeding off that type of crowd, man. It's pretty cool to watch. The support from the city, you know, and from the Rams as well.
We talked to Faye earlier this week about your guys' relationship. She said that one of the things you really appreciate and cherish is that you let him into your personal life. Just how did that connection? Why was that connection important to you, and how is that still maintained even in retirement?
Well, you know, we all deal with things in our life. I guess everybody don't get to see it because they just know the football side of things, but a lot of personal things that happen in your life, and you know, it's a lot of tough times. Sometimes you gotta have some conversations with some people, and I was able to sit down and have conversations with Sean, and he understood, and it was never like, it was always family first. It was like, forget football right now and do whatever you gotta do to handle your family situation and do what you gotta do, man. And for me, that meant the world, right? To be able to have somebody I can sit down and talk to other than just football, just what's going on in my life. Period. You know, I was sitting in his office a lot, cried with him a bunch. So, you know, to have that relationship that I had with him, not just as a coach, but you know, he's family to me, right? You know, I want to continue to see him have success. It's more fun to watch them guys, him, Matthew, and all them guys go out there winning, because I want to see them win. I want to see them have success. So, you know, yes, he was my coach, but you know, he's family.